Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. I decided to create a soft look that you could wear just about everywhere. So if you do like this look and want to see how I achieved it, please keep on watching. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to hit that subscriber button and that notification bell so you'll be notified of when I drop new videos. So let's get to the video. I'm going to start out using the Amore Pacific Moisture Bound Skin Energy Hydrating Spray. And give that some time to set in. Once that spray is set in, I'm going to go into the Tatcha water cream and apply this to my face. Next, I'm going to go in with the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Face Mist. It's a sunscreen. For my lips, I'm going to go into the K-Voss Lip Balm. I'm going to start with my brows. So I'm just going to put some Laura Mercier translucent powder on my brows, and I'm going to use a Morphe M504 brush to apply that, and that's just so it will soak up some of the product. I don't like, oh, that's way too much. I don't like doing my brows when I have too much slip. So this helps soak up some of the product so I don't have a lot of slip. I'm going to use the Artisan Halos Brow Pencil by Tanya Crook. It's in the shade Dark Brown. When I start doing my brows, I tend to brush them out so I can see the hairs. I don't brush up, I brush outward. And then what I do is I start filling in my brows by filling in the hair. So I draw a little in and I brush it out to move the product around and to smooth it out some so it won't be so harsh in one area, and I can see where I need to fill it in at. And once I cover the hair follicles, I start filling in to shape the empty space so I can make the shape that I'm going for. Once I get closer to the desired shape that I want, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Sephora Bright Future Serum Concealer in the shade Caramel. And I'm just going to use the Sedona Lace Angled Brush. This is the EB23 brush. So all I'm doing is just coating both sides of the brush, taking off the excess, and then just go in and start cleaning up underneath my brow. So even if you drew your brow out kind of crazy, think of concealer as an eraser. It'll clean up where you put too much product on. But if you do your brows after applying product and it's very slick, you can just use a Q-tip to wipe away what you don't want. So when you're going with your concealer or your eyebrow pomade or whatever you use, you don't have to use a lot of product to clean up. I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics number 7 Dome Brush to blend it in. Once I get the bottom of the brows cleaned up, I go in with a little bit of foundation and clean up the top of the brow. I don't go right on the line, I go right above it first. Like, I don't go close to the lash, I go above it first to spread out the product, and then I go back in and try to outline the brow. That way, if there's a lot on the brush, I have room to spread it out so it's not like a glob of foundation like right on the line of the brow. I want my brows to last throughout the day. I just use the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 6, or in the number 6. Sometimes the spoolie from this disturbs the areas that I filled in, so sometimes I have to brush it back out to spread the product and go back in to fill in the areas that the brow gel lightened up. I'm going to use the MAC Paint Pot and Layin Low. I'm going to use that same dome brush to apply it. I'm going to go into the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. I'm going to use a Morphe M504 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Peach Tea. I'm going to blend this shade on my brow bone and in my crease. Next, I'm going to go into the shade Fresh Picked, this shade. I'm going to use a Morphe E17 brush. I'm going to apply that to my outer V and also blend in the crease. I'm going to go back in with the Morphe M504 brush and just blend that together so it blends easily. Just go over it a little bit. Next, I'm going to use a MAC 217 brush. I'm going to mix Peach Cobbler with Peach Sangria. And blend that into the crease. Just to add a little bit more depth. Next, I'm going to use a BH Cosmetics flat shader brush. I'm going to go into the shade Peaches and Cream and apply it to the lid. I'm going to go back in with the Morphe E17 and just reapply that shade Fresh Picked and help blend it into the Peaches and Cream shade. I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty Micro Felt Tip Black Liner to line my eyes. For my lower lash line, I'm going to use the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner. This is in the shade Fresh. For my face, I'm going to go on with the Aidelle Makiage No Filter Primer. For my foundation, I'm going to use the Aidelle Makiage Foundation, and I'm going to apply that using a damp beauty blender. For my concealer, I'm going to use the Aidelle Makiage Concealer in the number 13. I'm going to go with the Laura Mercier powder and set my under eyes. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Paris Bronze Please to bronze my face. This is in the shade La Tierra. I'm going to use this Ingold brush. It has product on it from earlier. I'm gonna go into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio. This is in the Trio Peachy Love. I'm going to go into the shade Nectarine. Also, I used this brush earlier as well. And I'm just gonna dab on the brush. On the blush. I don't want to go hard and disturb what's already been laid down. Just to sharpen up my contour, I'm gonna go back in with that setting powder and just carve out my cheeks. For my lower lash line, I'm going to go back into the Too Faced palette and go into the shade Fresh Pick and apply that to my lower lash line. I'm going to use that same Morphe E17 brush. I'm going to use this Eco 2s by Alicia Silverstone brush and apply that shade just to get closer to the lash line. So I'm just dipping into the palette, tapping off the excess and applying it so that way there's that excess smoke flying around or getting into my eye or excess fallout. And I'm going to go back into that Peaches and Cream shade and just apply that to the inner tear just to make it look more awake. For my mascara, I'm going to use the Maybelline Snapscara. I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the MAC Fix Plus Setting Spray. For my lips, I'm going to use MAC Lip Liner in the shade Whirl. It's a very neutral tone. And then I'm going to go over that with the Buxom Lip Gloss in the shade Hot Toddy. For my lashes, I'm going to apply these Velux lashes in the shade Isabel. Next, I'm going to curl the lash with my lash curler. I need to buy a smaller one. Just a tip, if you never used a lash curler before and you want to use one, especially if you use one that has the full band, be careful when you get close to your eye. That's why I always go slow, because you can actually pinch your eye. You can pinch your upper eyelash, and I've done it before, so just go slow if you never used a lash curler before. And I would suggest getting the smaller ones where it's just where they're kind of like almost like tweezers, kind of, where it's like it's bent at the top and the bottom is like a tweezer kind of situation, and you can curl your lashes. Those ones you can move in bits and pieces instead of like all one section like I'm doing. For my highlighter, I'm going to use the MAC Extra Dimension highlighter in the shade Glow with it. I'm going to use BH Cosmetics number 4 brush. Alright, I'm going to set my face one more time with the Fix Plus setting spray. I'm going to take the MAC Extra Dimension highlighter in Oh Darling, and I'm going to use the small, I'm going to use this Sephora smudge brush and just apply it underneath my brow, on my brow bone. Okay guys, so this is it. If you do like this look, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit that subscriber button and that notification bell so you'll be notified of when I drop new videos. Thanks.